Now, the struggle to stay in the Championship looks like going right to the final day of the season next Sunday. Colchester and Scunthorpe are already relegated, but who will join them? As you can see, a clutch of sides above them, right up to Coventry and even Blackpool, all still in danger. Two of the clubs in most danger meet at the Walkers Stadium today. More on the visit to Sheffield Wednesday in a moment. But first, Dickie Davis reports from Leicester.
I'll say goodbye.
Just like Alan Kirbishley at Charlton,
No one ever cared if I should leave.
and Sam Allardyce at Bolton, Martin O'Neill proved to be one hard act to follow at Leicester. Since he left, they've been relegated and changed manager 12 times in 8 years. This season alone, they've had 3 men in charge.
I was away in August with the Australian team, so basically I came back here and everything had changed with players and the manager and all that. All three have had their different ideas, but at the end of the day we can't worry about that. We have to worry about winning games and performing for Leicester at the highest level and trying to get us where the club belongs, and that's in the Premiership. But first you've got to start here.
One look at the squad tells its own story. They've used a staggering 40 players in the league this season. The likes of Arsenal and Liverpool have only used 25.
It's a bit difficult, but basically we can't concentrate on who comes in and who leaves. As a squad and as a team, we've got one thing, and that's to play football and try and win games and try and be successful. Whatever happens, sort of outside, it's none of our business or problem. We just have to perform as a team.
Kisnorbo admits he's been having trouble sleeping. His side are just 2 points off the bottom 3 thanks to a narrow victory at Barnsley last week after 6,000 fans made the trip to Oakwell, and he could sleep a little easier.
The last month or so, it's only human that you look at the table and you doubt things. But Ollie's been fantastic, and he said, don't doubt, just think positive, and that's what I've been doing. The sleeping pattern is a bit different because sometimes you do think. But hopefully we can get a good result on Saturday, and I can enjoy my sleeps a bit more.
A win against Wednesday today and they're safe. Defeat and they're right back in it.
If we win on Saturday, we're guaranteed safety. I don't know. I wish I could predict the future, because I'll be a millionaire now, but I can't, so only time will tell what happens on Saturday.
Well, if they win today against Sheffield Wednesday, Leicester City will be safe. We're joined live now by their chairman, Milan Mandaric. Afternoon to you, Milan. Afternoon to you, Milan. Oh. I think he's obviously getting some messages from well-wishers there and the such like. We'll come back to you. Oh, Milan, good afternoon. Can you hear me? Obviously not. We'll try and come back to Milan Mandaric in just a moment or two. Leicester, Paul Merson, Leicester are a side with huge potential, aren't they? But do they need to be a bit more patient with their managers?
Yeah, definitely. Ian Holloway's a very good manager. All the managers have been very good. They haven't had enough time. They get panicky. It's a shame. It's a shame. It's impossible to be a successful football team if you're changing your manager every other Sunday. So I just think they need to stay with Ian Holloway. Hopefully, they'll stay up because they're a big club. They've got a great setup. They've got some real good players. If they can stay up, you never know next year. But I think they've got to be patient. But at the same time, if you're ploughing loads of money into a football club, you need results. Yeah. So it's easy for me to say.
You're a successful businessman.
Yeah.
You're putting your money into
it.
Yeah,
exactly. It's easy for me to say.
Milan's been in the top level of the game. He's went there. I'm sure he must be disappointed. It'd be interesting to hear his opinions when you finally get him live. But he's been in the game at the top level. Seen Portsmouth develop into a big football club now, and he's obviously got high hopes for Leicester. But if you're gone
his
down a
expectations too high as well, Charlie? Then,
well, I think with a successful businessman like he is, I think it's difficult to have patience because you're so used to being successful. But unfortunately, football needs patience sometimes. It's not always the right way to go. But I just generally think that there's been too many comes and going at the football club, and you've got to give it a bit of time. But if they go down to another division, I don't think they've ever been down to the lower division, which would be, so sometimes the big decisions have got to be made, and he's never shirked a big decision, has he?
No, I mean, it's ironic, you know, you look at their goal difference, Matt. And it's minus what? It's the same as Bristol City, or fourth top. I mean, their problem has just been sticking the ball in the net.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's quite bizarre. We look at Bristol City's goal difference, and but you know, I saw Leicester play at St Mary's, and they weren't particularly impressive. It's got to be said, and you can see why they're down there. But you know, players just look like they're lacking in confidence. But it's easy when you're in those bottom places to lack a bit of confidence.
Let's see if we can go back to Leicester now. Milan, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you.
Milan, will you be relieved when this season's over?
Sorry?
Will you be relieved when this season's over?
Just can't hear.
Just can't hear. Okay, we've got a few problems, a few technical problems.